Hello and welcome back to a chat about knits. This is number 8. My name is Michelle and I'm your knitting friend with chronic pain. Is that something to say? Is it alright? I'm just going to explain it quickly and you can help me decide if that's something. I suffer from chronic pain in my left leg. This is the leg. You're probably turned around, whatever. This is my left side. And I've been suffering from it. I've been having it for 2 years now. Yeah, just that. That's why I said it. This is my way of expressing myself and showing off my knitting and having a community. And I love it here. But as I said, my name is Michelle. I am 27 and I am based in Denmark. And I live on a small farm with my boyfriend. And we have sort of adopted my in-laws cat. They don't live too far, so he comes over and spends most of his time with us. It's so nice. In this video I first of all don't have any knits to be talking about that I'm wearing, but I think that turned out quite great because that means that it's a bit easier for me to show you the knits that I actually have, because I have 7 finished objects. I think 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6. 6 finished objects. Not a single work in progress, but a ton of plans. I am going to be going a bit quickly over all of my finished objects, just because otherwise I think it's going to be too long. So if I'm yapping, I'm sorry. But yeah, sorry in advance, but that's just how it is. If there's time we might take a little, I can give you a little update on my life in the end, but otherwise yeah, I'm planning on doing another one where we can chat. So let's just jump straight into my finished objects. And the very first one is my Maybe Lily tank. I'm just going to check because I'm pretty sure that I talked about this the last time. I can't see that because I apparently didn't write it down. I'm pretty sure I talked about this the last time. Which is why again, I think I'm going to cut a bit out. This is the Maybe Lily tank. It has this really lovely lace design, and it has these I don't know, how easy can you see the bubbles? There's some little bubbles on it. It's from Macimille, I don't know, she's French. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Also go by Camille K, that's her real name. And bend a button. I modified it a little bit in the way that I went up a needle size and I went down a size, so I'm pretty sure I knitted a size small, perhaps medium. I don't remember right now, but I did that because I was really worried that I would not have enough yarn left to do it, which was a big fat lie. I had plenty. I can almost make an entire extra one, but whatever. The pattern, I would say, I love the finished pattern. I think it's great. It's beautiful. I love the fact that it has buttons and everything. I think it's so cute. I did have trouble with the English pattern. I don't know if this is just for me or if it was in general, but I had the problem with that the way you cast on, first of all, is abnormally tight, and second of all I had the trouble that my camera is dying and I'm gonna run and get a charger and then I'll be back, okay? Okay, I got my charger. I completely forgot about it. I was talking about the pattern. When I, as I said, when I cast it on according to the pattern, the written pattern in English, I had this weird, really tight looking cast on edge, but coincidentally she was doing a knit along at the same time, and when I went in and looked at her video on YouTube from that knit along, she just used a regular cast on, and then she did the edging later, which was weird to me. But nonetheless, I discarded my first cast on. I couldn't get it up. I probably just need to freeze it, because I knitted it in Lama, and the fibers are really long, so they are like entangling, making it hard for me to unravel. I just snipped it off. Snipped it off and redid it, and that was so much better. It turned out so much better doing that. It was not tight, it was not, you know, it just seemed nice and flowy, as it is now. So if you like the pattern, go take a look at her YouTube on how she does that. I think she actually has the entire project on there. I just used it for the beginning. But yeah, as I said, it's knitted in Lama from Garn Lab. It's the leftovers of the Oh Holy Night that I used for my mellow tea. And then I had these absolutely gorgeous abalone shells button that I purchased last year in Switzerland, and I don't know, it just felt like they matched so well, so I had to have them on. But yeah, that's my project. Quickly, price wise, I used less than an entire skein of 100 grams. You buy the skeins from, as she's a hand-dye Garn Lab, you'd buy the skeins in 100 grams like you do a lot of places. And the price of one skein is 190 DK, Danish crowns, 25.5 euros, and just over 28 US dollars. But I used 80 grams, so I used a bit under an entire skein. I don't think it's bad for a really pretty top. I don't unfortunately remember what I purchased the shells for, the buttons, but I don't care. They're pretty, and they were in my stash, if we can say it like that. So yeah, that was the Maybe Lily tank, really beautiful. Moving on to the WildernesChild sweater. I don't have it. We gave it away, as was always intended, and I have like an entire video about it up here, I hope. If not, it's over here. Because it's a pattern by Linka Neumann, and I decided to modify it to knit it the opposite way of what it originally knitted in. It's originally knitted bottom up, and I knitted it top down, and I just, you know, filmed it and talked about it, and that's what you can find in the in the little info card. But just quickly to go over it, it's super cute. I used a Navia Duo, and it has little paws, so it has 4 different colours in all, and I used 6 balls in all, so 3 balls for each one for each colour of the accent, and then 3 of the main colour, which is blue. Learn from me. Check your tie lot. I should not. I should very clearly line. I have a picture of it. I like it. It really turned out nicely, though I was drying it on the way to the christening where it was to be given. I knitted a size 4-year-old, and I have enough of the accent colour, I'm pretty sure, to do a similar one in 4-year-old, and accidentally just bought too much yarn, so I have 3 balls of the blue left as well, so I can knit at one. But for the 6 skeins, or the 6 balls, I paid $126, not dollars, 126 Danish crowns. And that is with 40% off. Just take that in mind. But the 126 Danish crowns is just around, let's see, 17 euros and a little over 18.5 US dollars. I don't think it's bad, and yeah, of course you would get not exactly the double amount if you were to pay full price, but it's fair. It's really nice. I love Navia's wool yarn. I love the trio and the duo as this is knitted in, and I think it's great, and I know it's durable, it's washable. I usually the first time I wash it in your regular like hand washing, but otherwise I throw basically almost all of my knits. I don't throw my hand dyed necessarily in, but almost all of my knits I throw in the washer, and that can do that. I think it's super kid friendly. That's my opinion. I'm European. I don't know if that has anything to do with that or not. You know, I live in the Nordic where we love to put our kids in wool. I don't have kids, I just know that. But okay, that was a weird tangent. But that was the WildernesChild, it's called, by Linka Neumann, or from the patterns from Linka Neumann. So sorry. The next one I want to talk about is a self draft, because that is my cable tee. I think I'm going to take it on as well. This one is knitted in red, and I finished it the other day finally. This one has been, I've been working on it for so long because I've had so many troubles with it. But look at it, this is my first time really trying it on. My first trouble was my neckline. It was up here in the beginning, because I just wanted it to be square, but I didn't really think that I actually wanted to be able to breathe in it. But here it is. It has, if you remember my yellow my yellow tank top, this one. This is the same basic cable pattern. This is the same cable pattern. I just put it on a t-shirt, and I think it's great. I love it. I'm going to take it off so I can show you a bit more close up. It's yeah, as I said, I knitted the neckline, redid that. Don't mind the little bits. It's just because I wanted to try it on before cutting all the ends. It has just this really nicely cable repeat, and yeah, besides the neckline I also redid, I did only one sleeve at the time on this one basically, but I did redo the sleeves 3-4 times. Yeah, sorry, hair everywhere. I did the unfortunate thing that I actually did the armholes here a tad too long. They should have been shorter. But when I figured that out, I had already finished off the bottom, and I could not, for the love of me, find it to do anything about it. What I instead did was I very aggressively decreased under the arms, yeah, kind of aggressively, and I also skipped some extra stitches so that I didn't pick up as many stitches as you normally would with a armhole this size, and all in all that ended up really nicely. If I am to do this again, which I probably am, because honestly I would love to make this into a pattern, the armhole is definitely going to be smaller. It was just me just enjoying my knitting and just going back and forth and not really measuring anything. I just I just enjoyed knitting the front and the back, and I just like, ooh, let's knit. But yeah, that's what you get sometimes when you kind of enjoy your knitting. But this lovely one is knitted in this. Let's see if I can get you to take a look at it. Woo! Lana cotton, there we go. Lana cotton Hjertegarn, or Hjertegarn Lana cotton 212. This one is in the color 2060 and it is red. It is red, as you can see. I used 4.5 skein more or less for this one, including a swatch and, you know, ends and everything. So I think that's quite nice, because I have 2.5 left, because I bought 7 because I was like, I'm gonna do cables, and I always buy too few when I do cables. I don't know why. I'm almost certain that I have to go and purchase more yarn if I have done cable tees and stuff like that in the past. I don't know why. But yeah, it's knitted in that, and oh, I love this color. I love red. And I just needed like a really bright red to, like, you know, to give some color to everything. I'm so sorry. As I said, I can't find my glass. It's up here. I have chronic pain, which means that I have to take my pills, or have to take some pain medication a few times a day, including now. So pardon me. Sorry for that. I just wanted to finish off the cable tee. This one. I really like it. As I said, it was it was kind of a journey to knit it, but it's done. I'm happy with it. And yes, finally. As I said, I used 4.5, which I'm gonna round up to 5 skeins because I cannot exchange the fifth skein. So 5 skeins. That is, with 20% off, 136 Danish crowns. Because sometimes I'm lucky and I buy yarn on sale. Sorry, I like to do that with the amount of knitting I'm doing. But 136 Danish crowns is almost 18.5 euros, and it is just over $20 US. So I think it's fair price. Also with 20% put on top, it's not that bad. Especially with the amount of cables. I had like so much knitting with this, you know, because it took me forever. So one done, or one more down. That only leaves like 3 more to show you. Next pair is a pair of socks. I knitted the Heartichoke Socks from 52 Weeks of Socks. And it's by Josephine and the Seeds. Yeah, I knitted them apparently a bit too big. They're still a bit damp as well. I just wanted, you know, I just hung them on this one to like, I really like, it's the, I just really like it all in all. I like the way, I did not do the ends, if you can figure that. I love the way that it goes together, that the pattern on the stitches, the knit stitches go down into the twisted knit stitches on the foot itself. I just really like that. I think it's super cool. I did have some weird things with the pattern. I have the book in Danish, so I don't know if it's only in the Danish or if it's in general, but at some point it told me to change needle sizes to the needle size that it told me to cast on, which I didn't get. Oh, it's a toe-up pattern. If you don't know, it's a toe-up pattern, and it's my first time doing a heel flap and gusset on a toe-up pattern. That was like exciting to do. I haven't done that before, so that was like really, but I can't, it really seems kind of big. But I'm pretty sure I did knit size 2. I usually knit size 2 and then I go down a needle size, and I do not do swatches again. I did not. So it's my own fault. It's my own fault. But what I will probably do is I'm gonna wash it, or I'm gonna dry it really lightly. I have already washed it, but I'm gonna wash it on some high degrees, or I'm gonna dry it, or I'm just gonna give it to somebody who can fit it. Perhaps somebody new. So, you know. But they're pretty, nonetheless. I like the pattern. I did have some trouble with it because again, my own fault. My own fault. I usually knit 2 socks at the same time on magic loop. It just avoids me to get into that second sock syndrome that I 100% get. I couldn't do that when I reached this pattern from here and almost to the end. I could not do that. I had to knit one at a time, which resulted in me knitting one round, you know, keeping on doing one at a time. And that's because you have to move some stitches. If you knit on magic loop, you have to move some stitches from one side to the other, and you can't do that if your socks are here. If they're like this, you can't move a stitch in here with the needle going across. You can't move those very easily. I did try to use like some tried-on tubing or rubber cord, whatever you call it, and it was possible, but it was super annoying, and I for some reason cannot find my cabling needles, which I thought would have been quite perfect to otherwise use. But you also had to be like ahead, because sometimes if you did it like 2 at a time, you would have to be ahead and do like one before. You have to take on one the round before you're actually supposed to move it out. It was a whole thing, but that doesn't matter. I apparently did not write down the yarn. I'm pretty sure I knitted it in Lama, LAMANA. I don't remember. I just remember I have it on Ravelry, and I have Ravelry on my phone. So let's pop into Ravelry and have a look at my projects. That's probably going to be a lot easier, isn't it? Yeah, LAMANA Merida. I knitted in, and I knitted in the color 33, which is Karmin. And yeah, I didn't use the entire 2 skeins that I bought. I haven't weighed them, but I did buy 2 skeins because I always buy 2 skeins, to be honest. Because I want to use the leftovers for weird things. I actually have a sock coming up that I want to show you, where I'm going to use some leftover yarn. But nonetheless, I really don't remember what I paid for it. So I can't tell that. It seems to be some really nice yarn. That's like all I can say. It's wool and silk. That's what it is. There's silk in it. There's silk in it, and then there's 50% wool, 50% wool, 25% silk, and 25% nylon. So it still has the nylon of the sock yarn. But yeah, we're gonna see if I'm gonna keep them or give them away. I think they were so hard that I really want to keep them, but they're too big for me, I think. Yeah, I still need to be better at the sock part of actually matching them to the size of my own feet. Next time I think I'm gonna go a needle size further down, or keep the needle size and just as I did there, and just do the small size, depending. Okay, now we're back to bigger garments. This one is one that I have been considering doing for a really long time, and here it is. If you're on TikTok, I know you've seen it, or if you follow me on TikTok, you've probably seen it. this is my Monstera top, and I love it. It's so fun, cute. It's a basic square, but with colour work on it, and it gives you this kind of boat neggy thing. And I do have video from the entire process, and I actually also have like a chit-chatting video where I just talk about it. If you're interested, let me know, because I can't really figure that out if I wanna finish it, if it's something you wanna watch. It's a bit like my my WildernesChild sweater video. Besides, this is just self-drafted, because this is something I did myself. If you recognize the pattern, you might have seen it on another sweater I've done with the exact same pattern itself. It's just on a sweater, so it's larger, because the yarn was larger. But I think it's so cute. I really love it. Here is a close-up. There's cat hair, I'm sorry. And well, it's knitted in Drops Baby Merino, which is this. It's not this color. This is I exchanged the leftovers for some other yarn, and I knitted it in a dark green and a whitish, and I really like it. It's so cute. Sorry. The weird part about this, and what is what I definitely could have done easier, but I didn't want to, was the fact that this is knitted entirely in the round and then sticked. I then open up the sleeves. As you can see in here, there's actually a sticked edge. This in here is a sticked edge. I sewed it on my mother's sewing machine, and I cut it open with a scissor, and then I picked up a lot of stitches, and I did a little green I-code edge. It does more here. Sorry, that does fold in a little bit, but I don't think it does anything. It's the same edge that the I-code edge that I've done at the top and at the bottom. I have it in my pants, so usually I wear it down in my pants, so the edge folds up. And I'm really satisfied with this. This is again something that I would love to do again, because honestly I would love to do a pattern of it. It has got, people have really liked it when I showed it on TikTok. So nice. But of course it would not be for staking if I was to ever do it again. I wouldn't mind doing, like, having in the opportunity for you to stake it, but it would be a back and forth knitting in color work. It's just because I didn't want to learn, and I just thought it could be fun, you know. It's just a weird project. By the way, under the arms, otherwise, where I didn't stick it, it just have this white stripe. Otherwise, as I said, it's a basic square. I used 239 grams on this, and to be honest, I don't remember if I used more of the white or of the green. Yeah, I don't. I might have said at some point in my own videos, but I haven't looked them through yet. But that would be 5 skeins. I might have used 6, because, you know, I do have 2 half skeins indoor. So, yeah. But that's, again, that's 165 Danish crowns. No sale on this. That would be the price for 5 of these Baby Merino from Drops skeins. That would be just over 22 euros and almost 24.5 US dollars. So I think it's a pretty fair price. Even if you were to pop the price of a skein more on top, it's not. I don't think it's that bad. Honestly, I just really like it. That's all I can say. I'm just so excited for it. But let's get moving to the last one that I am counting as a finished object, because I am finished with knitting it. The only thing I am needing to do with it is to pop in a zipper and, well, block it, wash and block it, but it's the zipper sweater. It's a zipper sweater man. I hope you can see it. It's because it is in this really gorgeous dark purpley aubergine kind of color. I think I should be able to fit it. No, it's a size extra small, and it's meant for my cousin, who's a bit smaller than me. And as I said, it's not washed and blocked or anything. Though it does kind of look cool without the zipper in it. So it should be a bit bigger. Funnily enough, it should block out a bit. But yeah, that was just it. It doesn't have the zipper in it yet, so it does look kind of weird, and it's really dark, so it's kind of hard to show. But if you don't know, it's the zipper sweater by PetiteKnit. I have made the zipper sweater man. We've cropped it a bit. That's like the only modification. An unintended modification was I forgot about the edge stitches being different. Mine are not. I have sewn in, can you see this? I've sewn in the inner part here so that I'm all ready to put in the zipper. We just need to go find it. We are going out next week to find the zipper for it. And I can perhaps, I hope she's going to be really happy about it. I hope it fits. We have a lot of yarn left over, so I don't know if I've knitted it too tight or what. But I haven't measured it yet, but there also is a lot of give to it. It's wool, it has a lot of give. So I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna see. It was a fairly quick knit, so I can redo it, I think. It's knitted, perhaps this is easier to see, there's some grass on it. I'm knitting outside a lot. The only reason why I'm not outside today is because it's windy. So windy, so it would just be so annoying for the microphone. But I am knitting it in Lima from Hjertegarn as well, and it's 100% wool. It isn't superwash, it's just wool, and it is in the color 710. Focusing, I can't see my screen. There we go. And it's really nice. It's really nice, this wool. It's from South America, it says. 100% soft wool from South America. And it is very good for felting, it says as well. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with it, unless of course the size doesn't fit her. I do unfortunately not know what the price was, as my cousin bought the yarn herself. But she bought it with 40% off, because, you know, I guess that's like pretty. we bought a lot of yarn together at a sale, because my local yarn shop where I was interning at a point have now closed. So before she closed, she had a massive sale to like really get rid of all of you know, her everything she had, and one of the things my cousin bought was yarn for the zipper sweater, and what I bought some other things, but this is pretty much going into upcoming projects, because I'm not gonna share everything I bought, because there's just a lot, honestly. But I bought for 2 big sweater projects with color work, and I bought for a dress I'm gonna talk about in a minute. I bought for some tops and t-shirts and stuff like that, that I'm gonna talk about in a minute as well, some of it at least. I can feel I'm in a bit of a middle point of that, you know, buying yarn, and I love to show it. I'm going to show it when I have something to use it for, when I have an idea. I think I've said this before. I went to a Danish market fair called Fiberfolk, where I did purchase some hand-dyed yarn, and I have shown that off in, again, click the video up here to see afterwards. In a video I've shown it, and yeah, I feel like I get the do not no overconsumption, but I am on a really low income, and if I can purchase yarn on sale, I will do that. And if it's a big sale, I'm gonna purchase a bit more, because that's gonna last me that longer. The only thing I bought since has been yarn for socks, because so that I can use my scraps. I'm gonna explain that in a minute as well, because I really want to talk about my upcoming projects. So yes, I did purchase some yarn for some of this, and on some of it I have exchanged myself to. The first one I want to talk about is a wrap dress. I can put a sketch in. I've done a sketch of what I want to do, and I'm going to use the Lana cotton again, the 212, but in this really pretty green. I've made a swatch. Ooh, I swatched. This is my swatch. I have made a wrap dress before, and I really liked it. The colour wasn't really me, but it was like, it had more blue in the green, and it's more like a petroleum kind of colour. It's not really my colour. It's a beautiful colour. It's just not me. But it was also really hot. I knitted it in drops air, so it's perfect winter dress. But I thought this time I wanted to knit something that's a bit more versatile, like usable for like the rest of the year as well. You know, kind of like that. So I went with this mix of cotton wool, 50-50. And we found this really pretty green colour down at the sale. It is showing it off a bit more blue than it really is. It is a lot more green. Perhaps I can colour correct it. I don't know. It's pretty. And I'm going to knit this wrap dress. I have 20 skeins, so I hope I have enough. Cross my fingers. Otherwise I'm going to modify it to make sure I have enough. Because I think that should be more than plenty. So that is one project. That is a self-drafting project that I'm really excited about. A non-self-drafting project that I really want to make is, I want to make the Edda bag 2.0, and that is by Susanne Müller, I don't know. I want to do it in this drops Paris I have here. This is colored 202 to 102, and it's the 100 cotton, and it's the recycled denim edition. And this is some yarn that I got from my mother-in-law that she had left over, and I have already, with one of the other colors, knitted a cardigan, and I was like in doubt of what I could do with like the rest of it, and now I realised I can knit like totes and stuff. Because yes, this is kind of big, but it's not really durable. It's cotton. It's like good for that. So this is put for that one specifically, though I do on my Ravelry. I'm gonna link to this specific bundle. Have a bundle for tote bags, because I have all 4 colors of this, and I have some regular 4/8 or 8/4 cotton yarn as well. That, well, some tote bags could be quite perfect to knit with that. The socks was what I wanted to talk about, because inspired by Laura Penrose, who'd been doing these like sporty socks, I remembered I have I have quite a few not too big leftover skeins of yarn from earlier socks that I've done, and I thought, you know what, I want to do some more. So I went down and I purchased some drops of Favel because that's what they had. I think this is Jawohl, and I ended up doing some swatches. So this is 2 swatches of two patterns I would like to do. You can see the first one is like truly really ribby, though it is this one I want to do first. It's also rib, it's 3-to-1, and then with, I hope you can see this, but it has some cables in it, where this down here is 2-2, and has some more cables first of all. And I want to do that, and then inspired by Laura Penrose, I want to do the stripes as like the Adidas or the sports tennis socks, where you have these stripes. I want to do 2 stripes, I think 2 stripes I think, in this yellow, and I think I'm going to do the toe and heel as well. I think I have enough, I have 2, I have this one and one more, and that's my plan, to do some sort of like tennis socks with this. I also plan on doing the George's top by Johanna Gerisch. I hope I'm saying your name right. German designer, and I am planning on doing it in Lana cotton as well, but in a more orangey colour. So a bit more orange than this. I'm really excited for that, and I'm planning with this that I showed you. I'm planning on doing a rip top of a self-drafting thing, something with a bit wider straps than this, but I'm really excited. So yeah, I have a ton of projects I want to do, and I think I'm gonna have a cast-on party for the next few days because I just want to get started on everything basically. But yeah, that was all of the knitting for this time. I have said several times that I was actually hoping in these videos, in my chat about knits, to add a little extra thing that isn't completely knitting related. And I finally actually made something else. I finally had some time and some energy to do some other creative stuff. Sorry for the noise. And the first one I want to show you is I did some stitch marks. I use some, what's it called? Some Fimo clay. Not some Fimo clay, I bought it some while ago. And I have done some cute little focus stitch markers. These are just some of the recent ones that I've done, but I've done all sorts of. So I've done, I think this one is so cute. This is a little mushroom. And it's so cute, I think. And these I've done before. You've probably seen, perhaps if you've seen any of the other videos, I sometimes wear some of this sort of as earrings. It's yarn skeins that I have as well. I hope that hurt my ear. Stop moving. It's little yarn skeins, or what you call them. I also get. So yeah, I did those, and I'm planning on doing some more. I know my cousin and I'm gonna make some together. And speaking of my cousin again, the one who's receiving the zipper sweater, we had a day where I brought some air dried clay and I made a vase. I hope you can see it. It's so hard because I want to see my viewfinder, but I also don't want to be caught up. So it's a bit better. It's I don't know. I saw it as, you know, some paper that you package thing in, and that's like the reason for this. It has a glass vase inside, a glass vase inside, to make sure that it can hold water, though I have covered it in some water resistant black paint as well, clear paint, but just to make sure, I did decide to put this glass vase inside of it as well. So that's all. I think I'm going to save the live talk to another time. I want to see if I can do this a bit more often, because I really like it, and damn, there were just a lot of things this time. It's been too long, I think. I want to see if I can do it a bit more often, because I do knit a lot. I am home. Knitting is what I do because it's what I can do without using energy and everything. So stay tuned. Otherwise, I just really want to say thank you very much if you watched all the way to here. If you have anything you want to say, you know, if you have things to compliment or things you think I could do better, things you want to watch more of, or anything, please write a comment in a nice tone. Write a comment in general if you'd like, and if you want to see more, I would love if you would subscribe. It would really help me, just for my channel, but also just knowing that you want to watch what I do. As I said, it is for myself as well, but of course all the numbers do affect you in some point, in some way. It just lets you know if people watches it, and otherwise just like it. Do that anyway, please. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to. And otherwise, I'm just going to say thank you so very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. So bye.